What's up, everybody? How you doing out there? I want to say, personally, thank you guys for clicking on the thumbnail, clicking on the video, what have you, whatever social media platform you're seeing this video on. I want to personally say thank you guys so much for your support. You might be seeing this on my personal social media page, Kareem, or you could be seeing it on another social media page as Pepe. Either way, thank you. Woo! I don't know, you guys. I'm here to tell you, I'm feeling that second wave. I'm feeling it. I'm very excited. I've been holding things close to my chest. I got my hand close to my chest. I have not been revealing a lot of things, working behind the scenes. And I'm like, okay. And so there I am, when I left the office today and I'm coming back, I'm leaving the office, running a couple of errands. Then I get home and I'm unwinding. And as usual, what I'm doing is I'm kind of laying things out, kind of working, on some things, some projects, so on and so forth. And as I'm looking at everything, I'm like, whoa, I'm feeling this second wave. I'm feeling it. It's happening. I have to get back into that mind frame, okay? Like this is happening, whew, and I'm feeling it. And which it led me to want to talk to you about success, right? And people, we in the social media age, and everybody has an opinion about everything. I'm here to tell you, if you don't know by now, I'm going to tell you. It's true. The game is to be sold and not told, right? Everybody has some form of, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. I can show you how to do it, but it's going to cost you. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much out there. Some of it's for the good, some of it's for the bad, and some of it's kind of like in the middle of the roads, depending on, let's just say your integrity, your level of integrity will determine which way you go sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, and so I just wanted to talk to you all about success. It's interesting, isn't it? Everybody has a different take on it. And I have to speak personally for myself. This is personal. And maybe you agree with it, maybe you don't agree with it. It doesn't matter to me. It's my opinion, right? But I'm successful. I like to think that I am. Like, I am not in a profession that I don't want to be in. Is that success? Like, I'm doing what I love to do. I love being a counselor. I love being in education. Might not always like what comes with that, but I love it. I knew since I was 6, 7, well, take that back, probably 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years of age, I knew what I wanted to do. And I knew that I wanted to eventually end up in education. I knew I wanted to be a history professor. And all I wanted to do was just write books. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to, I wanted to be the next Eric Michael Dyson in Cornell West. That's what I wanted to be. I did. I was like, yes, I knew it. I might talk to you guys about that, but I don't want to deviate, over here, I will. But that's what I wanted to do. Okay. And so I don't think a lot of people out there, no matter what jobs that they have had, they look at it as being insignificant. And I can remember, like right now, I promise you guys, I tell you this. My first job was, I was in high school. I think it wasn't the 11th grade. Was it the 11th grade? I think it was the 11th grade, maybe the 11th or 12th grade. But my first job was I worked at a restaurant. And I remember going to the interview, not even having any experience, right? You just trying to, look for a job. Like, okay, you tell your parents, hey, I think I'm going to look for a job. Or you make up in your mind, hey, I think I want to go look for a job, right? And, you want money, as a teenager. And so there it is. There I go. I went in, I fill out an application, talk to the manager, like, ask for the application, talk to the manager, about, hey, I want to work this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. Had no job experience whatsoever. But thank God that I don't know what you guys are doing in school nowadays. I promise you I don't. But I thank God for personal business management. I thank God for my teachers and so on and so forth, because you learn, even in school, even if you wasn't taking those business classes, somehow or another it got to you that you had to present yourself in a particular way, right? And so again, speaking with the manager, all of a sudden you find out, like, okay, hey, can you come back here? So, what time can you work? What days are you available? So on and so forth. And then when you go, in and they ask you, for your shirt size and maybe a pants size, you get those, you go through orientation. They actually give you a manual and they tell you about, customer service and so on and so forth. And it's no joke. It's no joke. Like I promise you, this drives me up the wall. There's no good customer service anymore. But everybody wants to be in business. Everybody wants to be in business, but customer service is like, oh my gosh, it is out the window. Like, people just don't care about customer service. I don't care who you are. You can be your own business. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the success for you is like, I'm a boss. I'm the CEO, I'm the president, whatever the case may be. I run my own business, so on and so forth. But your customer service, right? And don't give nobody a bad review. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's out the window, right? Anyway, but long story short, I end up going to, learning the importance of customer service, the importance of making sure that the food is prepared correctly, right? Learning, how to wrap the food, learning the temperature of food. You understand what I'm saying? Just learning, if anything, preparation and inventory, right? How to prepare it and how to be organized. You put the boxes over here. You put these items over here, and you put those items over there. You learn how to organize. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at this moment in time, if you are working a job and it's your first job, and I'm speaking to people, I guess, who are, teenagers, you need these skills. You need to learn why you putting these boxes over here versus, why you putting this set of boxes over here, why are you putting this food in the walk-in and this food goes into the freezer? Like, do you know why you're doing this? Like, we're not going through I'm sorry, but we're going through the motion. Like, there's a reason for this, right? I'm sorry. But anyway, so those of you out there who feel like at this moment in time that you are working a job that just doesn't make any sense to you while you're working there, you're learning a set of skills. And back in my day, when you got that job in high school and you was working, at the restaurant or wherever you was working, we saw those things as opportunities. I was given an opportunity, right? And everybody was happy. Oh, you got a job. Who was that? Oh gosh, there's a commercial. Is it the McDonald's commercial? Is it Kevin got a job? Who was that kid? Somebody. But anyway, like, people are not like that anymore. Was it Kevin? Kevin got a job. Kevin. Was it McDonald's? I think that's who it was, y'all. Just bear with me because now I wasn't even thinking about this. Was it Calvin? Calvin, that's it. Calvin got a job, right? Do you guys remember that commercial? And again, Calvin got a job, McDonald's or McDonald's. Calvin got a job. And now it's like, what happened to that? Like, it's out the window. Everybody want to be a boss. But I like to think I had boss mentality back when Calvin got a job. I don't understand what's wrong with people. But anyway, let's keep going. But that's what I was working towards. And if anything, at that moment in time, I'm talking about people my age, when we got these jobs, it was like, okay, you need to go get a bank account. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't, when you saw your check stub, you looked at it and people was kind of trying to tell you, what these taxes were, so on and so forth. You understand, you realize taxes, was coming out your check. So you realize you understood that, so on and so forth, right? And then for me, there was we had what we would call back then, it was the business and industrial complex. And some people, I think, oh God, I can't think of the name of the I didn't take it. Job co-op. I think it was co-op. So it was co-op, and some of those students, would go in, work maybe an hour. Go in to the class for about an hour or so, and then the other hour they would go to their jobs. Like out into the community, they would go to their job, and I think that they would come back and learn, about money management skills, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, whether you did it through co-op or you just had your own job, at the end of the day, those skills you were learning is what I'm saying. And Calvin got a job. That was an opportunity, and Calvin was a boss. Right? And everybody understood they was going to go through, you eventually, work towards management, so on and so forth. Nobody, I don't think, had the opportunity of saying, I'm going to stay there. But even if they did, they understood this is not where I want to stay. I'm thinking about, coming to America when he was saying, I started out on the floors. And then he said, washing lettuce. And then he said, and then I'll be on fries. And then that's when the big bucks will start, coming in, something like that. But either way, it is what it is. So where am I going? So you learn the importance of customer service, product, why things cost this much. You learn advertising, right? You learn those things. And so then you go to college. You learn some more skills, in college. And then once you graduate college, what happens? Well, you're learning, you maybe have worked an intern job. And if you didn't do an intern job, then you would probably find yourself, starting out at the lower level entry jobs, right? Not making a lot of money, and depending on the career you were trying to accomplish things, you probably will have to go back and get yourself a master's degree and PhD, so on and so forth. But for me, my first job out of college, I'm here to tell you, I learned a lot about auditing, okay, and documentation, and how to organize, and understanding the importance of, again, documentation. I learned that, all right, and how to organize that. And where I'm going with this is that when I look back from where I am now and all of the jobs that I've ever had, I promise you, I can tell you that the things that I was doing back then are the things that I'm doing right now. I promise you, I can say, oh, I learned this from that job. I learned this. It works for me. Now, of course, if other jobs, come along, they have a different way of doing things, so on and so forth. It is what it is. But now that I have found myself going into, I guess you could call it entrepreneurship, I'm still learning. It's the same thing. And most of the time, people come to you with these bells and whistles, and everybody is so concerned with being a boss and telling people that they are a boss. But your customer service is awful. As a matter of fact, forget customer service. Your personality is bad. Like, yeah, you are a boss, you are a CEO, whatever you want to call it, a founder, and you have a nasty attitude. You do. Because you want to let everybody know who you are. Right? And you don't like it when somebody don't like your product. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about the bosses. Yeah. And I'm wondering how we have lost what I would consider to be the basic foundations of everything. And I'll give you a prime example. There's a show. I enjoy watching it. I don't know if it still comes on, but I enjoyed watching it. It's called Undercover Boss. The first season, I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is kind of neat, so on and so forth. It's good. And then after watching it over and over again, I realized something. Isn't it a shame? It's a shame to know that you have people who are presidents and CEOs and COOs and founders, of these big businesses. But they have to go undercover in order to what? Kind of learn the operations of their businesses. Like, I am surprised that let's just say you're the owner of a restaurant. You don't know how to work your cash register. You don't know how to work cash register, but you're a boss. Yeah. It's a restaurant. I don't know how to operate this. Like, can I get somebody over here to show me how to do it? Like, forget how quick you are. At this moment in time, we're getting the people through the line. I'm just saying, you don't know how to work your cash register. Oh, okay. You don't know how to put paper in your copier. But you know how to make money. Yeah. Yeah. So, do you understand? And not only that, but you have to go undercover just to find out how people really feel about the flow of your business, that the people who work for you, they feel like they don't have a voice and haven't been heard because you are a boss that no one can talk to? Do you understand what I'm saying? To let you know about how this machine is working. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Hold on. This machine output, like, why is this machine? What we told you this 4 weeks ago, 5 months ago. It's not this machine, like Mr. Johnny, Mr. Johnny been on this machine all these years, right? And you went undercover. You had to go undercover to find out. Mr. Johnny, we're gonna have to see about that machine, Mr. Johnny. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was gonna go down this route. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, but this is your business. This is your business. And you had to go undercover? Oh gosh. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying today, people, is that, or the point that I'm trying to make is this. For me, holding things close to my chest, right? What's happening for me, what I am experiencing is what we would call the low level menial, the things that people are not going to see, shouldn't see, part of entrepreneurship. That's what I'm experiencing right now. And some of it I'm withholding for a particular reason, but for the most part, that's what I'm experiencing. Because for me, I need to know at the end of the day, I'm just giving this example. This is definitely not what it is, but I need to know how to make how to cook my burger. Yeah, this is the burger. I know how this burger is supposed to taste. I know the amount of ingredients that needs to go in here, the number of ingredients and the proportions of the ingredients, like how much tablespoon of this, teaspoon of that, an ounce of this, so on and so forth, a cup of that. Do you understand? Like, I know, because I've been working on this and perfecting it to get it to the right, taste that I wanted, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. Not only that, but also too, like, this is behind the scenes stuff. I'm also concerned about the nutritional value as well. I need to know this. Like, I'm just not putting a, well, some people could, but I'm just saying, putting a burger together, mixing stuff in and say, I'm selling. But you don't know how much anything costs. You don't. Like, I guess I could say I like the Shark Tank version of entrepreneurship. At least when you go to, Shark Tank, right? You understand. You at least get people who try to show that they understand their numbers, so on and so forth. You see where I'm going with this? So it's the stuff that is not cute. You're not going to get rewarded for it. But the things that you should be excited about, right? So your orders, the things that you're ordering, you should be excited about those things. That news program that you purchase, you should be excited. Like, that's the program. Like, I like this program. This one is, ideal for me. It's perfect for what it is that I'm trying to do. And so that's where I am. Behind the scenes, getting those things done. Try my best not to be, not to run a company or business, however people, choose, because then you get caught up into, see how we lost our way, because people like, oh, a company, a business, this, that, and the other. Like, I don't care if you call yourself a boss. I don't care if you call yourself a president. I don't care if you call yourself a CEO. I don't care if you call yourself an entrepreneur. At the end of the day, you are offering a product to the public. You're selling it. You're in the marketplace, so on and so forth. And my thing is do you know the ins and out of your business? And do you even care? Everybody want to say, boom, boom, I'm going to put this together. Here it is. Or you can find yourself, oh, see, I wasn't even going here. What's that other one? I think it's called The Prophet. I think it's The Prophet, right? I like that business, that show as well, The Prophet. I don't think it comes on anymore. But I like The Prophet because that guy comes in and what he rescues businesses that are, what is it? That are, I guess you can call it, kind of, they're about to go out of business. And so he goes in and tries to, put some, cash into their pockets. But at the same time, as he's doing that, he's restructuring certain things, so on and so forth, trying to get them, going into a trajectory where I guess they're going to make business, make money and be successful. And sometimes he has changed the whole format of the business, the concept, all kinds of things that guy has changed, right? And sometimes, people are on board with it and sometimes they're not on board with it, all right? So people are not aware of those kinds of things as well, right? When you need to adjust things, when you don't need to adjust things, right? Holding on to an employee, an employee that like, this is not working. It's not working. Like I'm talking about you starting out, but you're starting out and you're saying to yourself, like, something about this is not right. This is not, you're not offering me the services that I thought you was going to offer, but you still hanging in there with that individual or that business, knowing full well that this person or this company is not giving you the product or the quality that you need. And so you keep going through the flow with them, the back and forth, instead of saying, now we're going to go do business with another company who can, give me the quality of product that I'm looking for, in order to make my business successful. You understand what I'm saying? See, people are not discussing these kinds of things. They're just not doing it. And so I'm saying all of that to say, I guess, well, you said so much, right? You're probably saying that. Like, you said so much. So who are you? Who are you to take advice from? Well, I don't care if you take my advice or not. That's not what this is about. This here is about explaining, like, that second wind is coming through for me. Where wind, not wind, but wind is coming through for me. And I found myself, the first time around, I had to put some things on hold for a whole lot of reasons. And one reason why I put something on hold, it was because I was like, I'm excited. I'm happy. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Yeah, there's another part of this that I did anticipate, but not this way. I don't want to go down this path with it because I want more control. So I need to stop for a second before I do this, because ownership means a lot to me too. Right? It's important. So I need to put this thing on hold for that reason as well. All right. And so there you have it. But again, what I am learning with this second wind is I'm learning the importance of those simple things. And I am the kind of person I need to know. I do. I need to know. No, I don't need to micromanage. There's a difference. I'm the kind of person where I'm saying, see, I don't know about you all out there, but I'm just going to ask a question. Are you the boss? Are you the CEO? Are you that person where, let's just say, it's not beneath you to fill in the role of the secretary or the office administrator? Like, what are you doing today? Oh, well, Susie out today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the secretary. Are you that person? Do you see what I'm saying? Are you that person? Yeah. I'll give you a prime example. I'll give you an example. Me, everywhere I've ever gone, all right, I've cleaned my office. I've cleaned my own office. Listen, I got some news for you because, see, I grew up and my grandmother and my great aunts, they retired in housekeeping. And since they went out and they cleaned other places, and some of them worked, on college campuses, that meant that they didn't keep, their house was kept. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they wasn't coming home after cleaning behind everyone else to come and clean up their house. Oh no, it was already clean. They made sure of that. As a matter of fact, no, we're not making messes around here. Okay. And because I grew up in an environment where, again, it was like, we're keeping this clean. Why is this messed up, so to speak? They wasn't having it. So for me, I know I'm okay with sweeping my office, mopping my office, dusting my office. I'm okay with emptying my trash. I'm not calling somebody and say, hey, I'm looking over there, and I'm not calling the building engineer to say, hey, my trash is kind of full. Can you empty my trash can for me? No, I'm the kind of person where I'm looking like, oh man, shouldn't I need to empty my trash? Guess what? Tying it up, taking it out, at least to the closet where the bigger garbage can is, and I'm putting it in there. And guess what? If I don't have any garbage can liners in my office, I'm taking one out of there and I'm putting it in my garbage can. I'm doing that. I'm going to do it because I feel like no one can clean it like I can. And when people ask me, oh, I can do that for you, I was like, yeah, I know you can, but I can too. Like, I'm not trying to take away from you, but I can too. Are you that person? Or are you just an entrepreneur who wants to tell everybody else what to do because you don't want people to tell you what to do? So I'm not the kind of person like but you now you have not done your work, but you moved up. Now you can tell everybody else what to do. I remember when I finally made shift leader. I finally made shift leader at a restaurant that I was working. I finally made shift leader. And one of the things that I said to myself, and I made sure of it, I never asked my crew, I never asked anyone in my crew to do anything that I felt like I didn't want to do or didn't like doing as, as a team member. I didn't. And the bathrooms was one of those things, working in a restaurant, working for a restaurant, that I just did not like to clean. I did not like to clean the bathrooms at a restaurant. Okay. And so one day this bathroom really need cleaning. It really need cleaning. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't ask anybody to do that. I just can't. I just can't. I know, and Johnny is everywhere, right? So I'm gonna say Johnny. I know if I ask Johnny to do this, Johnny is gonna have some choice words for me, and I am going to understand. I'm gonna be like, I understand. I really truly do. You understand? So my thing is that hey, we're gonna do this together. Do you understand what I'm saying? We got to clean this together. Like I can't let you do this by yourself. We have to clean this together. That's how I was. But I know everyone is not like that. And that's fine. My thing is this. It's not whether or not you would do it or not. The thing, well, no, that is what I'm saying. That is the question, whether you would do it or not. Would you? You're the supervisor. You mean tell me you're gonna leave that like that? You're the supervisor. You can do that? You okay with that? See, that's an issue with me. Just me. It's an issue. I'm like, come on. You mean to tell me you would leave that there? You would leave whatever that is there and wait until somebody else tend to that. The next shift comes in, so on and so forth. But it needs to be done like right now. It is an eyesore. What does success look like to you? And I know I'm about to get up here to an hour. And for those of you who stuck around, I appreciate it. But for me, success, I'm learning too, because I'm a one-man show right now. And I'm okay with that. Keeping it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. There's no need. I'm not trying to. I am not trying to reinvent the wheel. You know, when I had worked on a project. I was working on this particular project, and I finished it. And I was like, wait a minute. And so it's time for me to start the next project. And I'm like, and so at this moment in time, I'm saying to myself, like, oh, okay, I got to change this up. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do, for this next project. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you trying to reinvent the wheel and come up with something different for this particular project, when pretty much what you just finished working on is almost similar to the last one you had? You just need to tweak some things with this next project. So just go in and tweak this a little bit to fit this new project, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like, you don't have to start from scratch with this project, which now I've saved a whole lot of time. I promise you I saved a whole lot of time. I saved a lot of time. Which then went to the next project, and it was the same thing. Keep it simple. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And here's another thing that I also discovered. Is that I'm always, when I'm everything is out, it's like it's at my fingertips. Things that since I said I'm a one-man show, the things that I'm like, oh, I need this. And then all of a sudden I realize you have it. Like, what? You have this already. I have to stop and think about it. I do. I do have this already. Let me go over here, get this real quick, bring this over here. I have it already. Why do I have it already? Because you know what? I'm always getting things done. I have everything that I need. Is really truly is at my disposal. Like a lot of people are focusing on the bells and the whistles. And at this moment in time, sometimes you don't have to focus on the bells and the whistles. Not with a lot of the things that you're working on behind the scenes, you don't have to. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. Whew. Yeah. The key to success for me is that at this moment in time in my life, and I know a lot of people are talking about, let's just say, clocking in, clocking out. Oh, I'm clocking in, I'm clocking out. Oh, I can't do that. I can't work no 9 to 5. I'm a boss. Okay, I understand you want to set your own schedule. I understand that's what you want. But see, I am okay with what I'm doing, and I know that I'm successful doing it. I don't mind clocking in and clocking out. I don't. I don't mind clocking in and clocking out when I know that I'm going to a place and doing something that I enjoy doing. I don't. I don't like working with those people. I don't like this, that, and the other. That's what people say. Well, I don't like working with people. You don't like working with people? Okay, but you're a boss, which means you're about to go out and be a boss, and you are about to work with everybody. People who that's what you're about to do. But you don't like working with people? Interesting. Interesting. For me, I personally believe a lot of people, this is just my own personal belief. I think a lot of people out there who call themselves bosses and entrepreneurs and so on and so forth, I'm pretty sure they took their bad work ethic with them. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure you took your bad work ethic with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure you took your nasty attitude. You left that job and you're a nasty boss somewhere. I promise you. Hey, laughter. Laugh with me. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, like, people have so many ideas about this success. But as I've gotten older and I'm in my, I'm doing what I'm doing now, I like the flexibility that I have. I do. I enjoy the flexibility. I enjoy the fact that I am just not always just in one particular spot all the time. That I have flexibility. That I have flexibility with my schedule. I have flexibility with my time. I like that. I do. I enjoy it a lot. I have to honestly say I do. I enjoy it. But those might not be the things for you. I was watching, I don't know what I was watching. I think it was yesterday. What's today? Today, Monday? No, oh Lord, I know I'm off because today ain't Monday. I don't know what I was watching. Well, when I was watching, I think it was Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Yeah, I think it was a Sunday. And I was watching this show where this lady, she moved to Sicily, or she owned, she purchased a place in Sicily. She was, I think, from Atlanta. She was living in Atlanta. Something. I think some of you guys, if you have watched this, you probably know the name of the show. I never got the name of the show, but anyway, she was talking about the fact that she started a consulting business, but she started her consulting business because she did not want to take a lunch at 12 o'clock. She was like, I don't want to take a lunch at 12 o'clock because I'm not hungry at 12. I'm hungry at 2. That's what she said. She was like, I'm hungry at 2. I'm not hungry at 12. And that's the reason why I took my break. I mean, that's the reason why I wanted to become an entrepreneur. And those things are beautiful and wonderful. Those things are beautiful and wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. But your reason behind everything, you know what I'm saying? And if you're saying that you just want to be a boss, I, yeah. And if you're coming to me, and I'm here to tell you, if you're coming to me and you cannot tell me, this is just me personally, about the low level stuff, like the ins and outs of your business to me, like I'm talking about yours, like you, if you are the kind of person that, you, oh, I don't, like I said, I go back to the restaurant. You own the restaurant, but you don't know how to work a cash register. They promoted you to CEO and COO and all of this stuff. And you don't know how to run a cash register. But that's not important. Yes, it is. It should. I just, me personally, at the end of the day, and if you don't, you need to. It is called being humble. Oh man, nobody can. I didn't. I worked myself all the way up. You know what I'm saying? I worked myself all the way up. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that anymore. That's not the question. Again, if the time came to do it, would you? Yeah. Would you? Would you? That mop is hurting, Miss. That mop, the mop. I'm sorry. Like when you, I'm sorry. I'm about to say something. You know, do you the mop? How do how I want to say it? I'm sorry. What's the mop? How I want to say it? I'm thinking. You know, Miss Flo. She's using this mop, and you didn't ask her to mop this entire floor, this entire floor. And you realize if you the COO, you the CEO, you're like, this is the mop you use, but this is the one y'all bought. Wait a minute, but see, you just looking at the fact the floor is nice, yeah, but you know what? You might need to get a little taller mop. You might get might need to get this one here is too short. I got to be. Do you see what I'm saying? And when you finally use it, you realize like, oh yeah, now that you mentioned it, because I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you don't know the process, if you have not been hands-on, if you're not hands-on, if you're not hands-on, if you don't use the equipment yourself, if you're the type of boss and you don't use the equipment yourself, and I'm sorry, you don't use the equipment yourself to know how it runs and how it operates, right? If you can't get out there and do it, oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, but I'm feeling that second wind. I'm feeling the second wind. And I'm excited about it. I really am. I'm excited about this time around. And what is it that I'm excited about? I think I'm more excited about the fact is that when you have to go in and you have to shut everything down, like you like, okay, Lord, I'm getting it. I understand it. All right, just go in. You got to go in. You're necessarily not trying to hide or anything, but you just got to go in and you just got to do the work that you're not going to be seen doing it, right? So when you got to go in and you find yourself in there and you're doing all the work and you're like, well, okay, well, and you can kind of get comfortable there too. Like, oh, okay, well, and now all of a sudden you feel like you're getting the go ahead, like, all right, hey, the next step is the next step. Now the next step is it's time to be seen, right? It's time to be seen. So what was you busy? I was busy learning. I was busy preparing. I was busy, doing whatever it is that I needed to do to get these things done. The keys to success. The keys to success is also the groundwork, laying the foundation. Yeah, that part of it. Yeah. Well, anyway, I tell you, I didn't mean for this to be an hour. I didn't think I was going to be an hour with this video, but it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Well, if you made it this far, I want to personally say thank you guys so much for tuning in over here. If you're on a particular platform and you see us on a particular platform, all the thing I can say is hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button, all those buttons, what I'm talking about over there. Because, you have to be mindful of what you say on certain social media platforms because, these apps, they're in competition with each other. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway. Whew. And remember, my motto over here is simple. Put your behind where your heart desires to be. And whenever I leave my mother's presence, she always says to me, she says, baby, remember, I love you, but God loves you best. I look forward to seeing you next video. And until then, take care of yourself. And yes, there's more coming. As I said, I can't share everything. But trust me, there's more coming. All right. All right. Talk to you later.